If we talking today, we talking about sweep, 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 sweep. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mike Jones, back again with another episode of Chicago Cubs Central. Happy 4th of July weekend to all of you, at least in the States that are watching. Appreciate each and every last one of you. Those that are watching out of the States, it is the 4th of July weekend here in the United States where we celebrate the country's independence. But yeah, man, I appreciate each and every last one of you that are tuning in to Chicago Cubs Central. Remember, this is your number one spot for all things Chicago Cubs. And we have to talk about the Chicago Cubs sweeping the Cleveland Guardians. I almost called them the Cleveland Indians. I ain't gonna hold you. 1-0. All it took, 10 innings. And a masterclass performance by one Cade Horton. He is your pick to perform player of the game. That's right. Cade Horton is your pick to perform player of the game in this one. He carried the Chicago Cubs through 7 innings. Thought he might have been able to go 8, but I'm kind of glad he didn't. He went 7 and 1/3 inning, and then Drew Pomeranz pitched after him. He pitched 7 innings. Then Drew Pomeranz pitched 2/3 of an inning, and then Ryan Brazier came in and pitched the last third of an inning, and then Ryan Presley came into the 9th, and I was like, this might not be good. Cubs might be punting this game, but Ryan Presley, to his credit, continues to show that whatever him and Ian Happ talked about, whatever him and Ian Happ conversed about, and the notes that Ian Happ gave him put a charge back in Ryan Presley's back, because this dude has been looking unbelievable since then. Since that last Giants game, Ryan Presley has come out to show the Chicago Cubs and show the MLB, listen, I'm not done yet. This ain't my last hoorah. I'm not retiring after this year. He is still going to pitch, and he still wants to show that he's going to pitch at an elite level. And my God, did he show that in this game. But again, we got to go back to Cade Horton, because I really want to talk about him for a minute. I really want to focus on him, because so often with young pitchers, you're going to get knocked down. You're going to get hit on the chin. I treat it like it's a heavyweight boxing match. You're going to get knocked down. You're going to get hit on the chin. But it's all about how you get back up and how you respond to that. And Cade Horton tonight responded with a masterclass. A masterclass. He had command of the zone, command of his pitches. He was showing you a little bit of everything out there. And he was showing you that he is the real deal. He is legit. And that he ought to be taken serious in the as a starting pitcher. He's showing you he don't want to lead a starting rotation. He's showing you that he has more in the tank, and he is somebody that should stay in the majors no matter who you trade for. But you need to save his spot. And I can't lie to y'all, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the way that he responded. I'm impressed by the way that he carried himself. I'm impressed by the way he went through those 7 innings in this game and really carried the Chicago Cubs. This is the longest outing he has had in the majors so far. It won't be the last time he goes 7. Definitely won't be the last time he goes 7. But anyways, let's look at his stats. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 90 pitches, 60 of those being strikes, a 4.15 ERA. My only thought is I would have liked for the Chicago Cubs to get out of this without having to use Brazier, Presley, and Flexen. Really flexing more than anything, and that's because I really had hoped that the Chicago Cubs in the next series would use would use somebody out of the bullpen as a starter for 1 or 2 innings. Just to kind of throw the Cardinals off a little bit as they come into Chicago. But the Cardinals are also ailing right now because they literally were held scoreless through 45 innings straight. It's a lot of baseball to be played. Um, and they have just struggled left and right with trying to score the baseball. They are struggling really, really hard. So they come into Chicago and into this series with us, really trying to pick up the pieces and figure out what they're going to do. And the Guardians also are scuffling. And the Chicago Cubs literally showed that in today's game. The Guardians did not have what it takes to even pull out a game against the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs now improve their record to 52-35 on the season. Very, very, very good record heading into the what heading into the All-Star break. And we got again 3 more series to take advantage of. And the Chicago Cubs right now are literally right behind the Dodgers. The Dodgers have a 55-32 record. The Chicago Cubs are 52-35. And then it's the Phillies and the Mets after them. The Brewers lost again tonight and find themselves with the Chicago Cubs picking up another victory, 4 games back behind the Chicago Cubs. The Cardinals are 5.5 games back, and the Cincinnati Reds are 7 games back, and then those Pittsburgh Pirates are 14 games back. That is your look at the standings as we get ready to head into the All-Star break. But before we do that, we do have to see those St. Louis Cardinals 3 times. That's right, 3 games against the Cardinals. And I was wondering, I'm like, man, the Cubs going to have to face Sonny Gray because that's going to suck. But in all actuality, no, we missed Sonny Gray. He pitched tonight. He pitched Wednesday in a loss, in a losing effort. But the Chicago Cubs will face Miles Mikolas, who has always been a problem for the Chicago Cubs. I don't care how he pitches against everybody else. For some reason, he gets this supernatural strength against the Chicago Cubs, and it's like he's a super ace pitcher. So the Cubs got their work cut out for them on Friday's 1:20 start. That game is featured on Apple TV Plus only. So that's the only way you can watch that. It'll be back on the Marquee Network on Saturday. And then Sunday, the game of the week on ESPN. Chicago Cubs being featured on ESPN 2 times in 1 week. And this game was actually flexed to be put up on ESPN. It wasn't originally supposed to be. That's supposed to be a 1:20 start time. In the afternoon, it was just going to be featured on Marquee and Bally. But now, like I said, ESPN took that game because the Chicago Cubs are playing so well. And before the Cardinal slump, they were playing well too. So, yeah, man. The Cubs are rocking and rolling, and they find different ways to win games. Sometimes it's the home run ball, but if the home run ball ain't flying, you take the doubles, you take the base hits, you take what you can to create offense for your team. And tonight, it took one grounder and then 1 fly out, and the Chicago Cubs got a victory. Point blank, that's what it took. But you cannot understate the importance of Cade Horton in this game. Cade Horton literally carried the Chicago Cubs in this game. He showed you what he could do, and you should be impressed. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed by what Cade Horton, how he responded. It's all in the response in baseball. Matt Shaw and Cade Horton were two of the guys that have been heavily scrutinized this season by analysts, by pundits, by people everywhere. You know, they're being heavily watched because the Chicago Cubs, Cade Horton has come in highly touted as one of the better pitchers in baseball out of the minors. And then, of course, Matt Shaw was the Cubs' top prospect outside of Cam Smith. And so you look at this and now you say to yourself, okay, well, both of these guys are in the majors. What can they actually bring to the squad? And tonight, both of them showed you that the future is bright for the Chicago Cubs. The future is bright. I understand that, Matt Shaw needs to hit better. I understand that, Cade Horton needs to get command of some of those other pitches. But tonight is if tonight is a prelude to what the Chicago Cubs will be in 3-4 years, we're in good hands. We're in good hands. PCA, Matt Shaw, Cade Horton, maybe Casey. I mean, I don't know what Kyle Tucker's gonna do. But like I said, you got Kevin Alcantara too, like I said, the Chicago Cubs are in good hands. We're going to be all right. One way or another, we're going to be all right. And the Chicago Cubs will show you that, I believe, not only this season, but in the seasons moving forward. And we just got to be ready to play. Just got to be ready to play. But as for this season goes, the Chicago Cubs are doing what they need to do. Once again, they improved their record to 52-35. And again, just can't say enough good stuff about what the Chicago Cubs team is bringing you. And again, like I said, we'll see what Colin Ray has versus Miles Michaelis tomorrow. Colin Ray has a 5-3 record with a 4.37 ERA, a 1.37 WHIP, and he has pitched 78.1 innings so far. So he's going to go tomorrow for the Cubs, and we will see what he has. So it'll be interesting. It will be interesting to see. If Colin Ray has struggled with the home run ball, so has Jameson Taillon. So yeah, man. I mean, the Chicago Cubs do have some work to do, and then they got Matthew Boyd Sunday going up against Fetty again. So, like I said, that is your matchup outlook. Saturday, for the Cardinals, they will have Liberatore pitching, who is 6-6, and Jameson Taillon, who is 7-6. And Jameson Taillon will be looking to reclaim some of what he's lost in his last 3 or 4 starts. So hopefully he's able to show you guys what he can do in this next game and really dominate the Cardinals, who have been struggling very, very hard. So we'll just have to see what happens. But it's going to be a fun 4th of July weekend. The Chicago Cubs are celebrating by winning. And like I said, it's going to be a good time. We're going to have a good time. So I appreciate each and every last one of you. Tell me, guys, the question of the day: what are your thoughts on Cade Horton's performance tonight, his bounce back performance? And are you thinking that Cade Horton has shown you enough that maybe you don't need to trade for 2 starting pitchers? Maybe all you need is 1 really good starting pitcher, and Cade Horton can carry you the rest of the way as a back end piece. So you would get a starter, Matthew Boyd, Shota Imanaga, Jameson Taillon, Cade Horton. Could that 5 carry you through the world through an extensive playoff push? We'll just have to see. But listen, man, I appreciate each and every last one of you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you guys comment below. Also, call me. Leave me a voicemail, 217-816-5498, or write me at cubsbaseball1992@gmail.com. And as always, when the Chicago Cubs win, we fly that W, baby. That's right. The Chicago Cubs with another victory. And on top of that, a sweep. They are 52-35 on the season. Listen, I appreciate each and every last one of you. Happy 4th of July. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Peace.
Thank you for watching another episode of Chicago Cubs Central, the #1 spot for all Chicago Cubs content. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more Cubs content.